How do you draw support resistance? Money resides on what time frame? Higher time frames. Remember that. All of these lines I'm drawing is correct. However, we want big boy to be behind us and saying, I am also looking at this. Are good levels important? Can they save you from bad trades? Welcome guys, welcome. For those of you guys who are new here, my name is Navin. I'm the CEO of Black Tower Investments in Hong Kong and also the CEO of Anticipate Don't Participate DMCC here in Dubai. But for now, today, my role is to help you with just support and resistance, okay? Why is it important? How do you draw support resistance, right? Like, is it just a normal line? Is it a curved line, like a trend line? Is that support resistance? A top of a range, bottom of a range, is that support resistance? How many touches does it need? Does that make it support resistance? If there's more touches, is that weaker? If it's less touches, is that stronger? You know, these are the common questions that come out when it comes to support and resistance, right? So let's start with a theory a little bit. Let me ask you this question. On the 5-minute charts, how much money do you think a large player is going to come in and say, you know what, I'm going to dump $1 billion to trade the next 10 minutes? How much confidence will you have for someone on the 60-minute chart saying, I'm going to dump $1 billion to trade for the next several hours? How much confidence would you have on a daily chart where someone says, I'm going to dump $1 billion to hold a trade for the next couple of days or weeks? So automatically, I want you to think money resides on what time frame? Higher time frames. Remember that, okay? I'm going to open up whiteboard. Now, I'm going to draw 60 minutes here, okay? Prices are doing this. Now, here, I'm going to draw the daily. I want you to imagine, how would this 60-minute chart look on the daily? It would look like, is that right? Because the time that is condensed. Now, support and resistance, many people will say, that's support and resistance right there. I can see that. There's a resistance. Oh, I can connect two lines. There's this. I can do that. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, soul satisfaction. I connected two dots. I feel satisfied. Okay. I can do this. I have what was resistance has broken and now has become support. All of these lines I'm drawing is correct. However, we want the big boy to be behind us and saying, I am also looking at this. So if you say, what about this level right here? Support equals resistance. That level happens to coincide automatically with what the big boy sees as well. Now, from all your dotted lines that you have drawn, you have one that has relevance to it. It is not just a line in the sky. There's relevance to this. There is a larger player right on top of your trade saying, I'm also watching this level.
Now, are you curious about the exact strategy Navin has been using to approach the markets? The Mastering Price Action course reveals all of that. In that course, you're going to understand the logic behind each price action movement. And from that, you will be able to take your trading to the next level by having a much more solid understanding of the markets. And because you're a subscriber, just click on the link in the description below to access our exclusive discount. Time to take your trading to the next level. All right, let's get back to the video.
Now, we're going to do some practices. Okay, here's a 5-minute chart, here's a 60-minute chart, okay? Because you're going with the logic of how much money do I see? How do you think this is gonna look on the 60? You see that? That's how it looks on a 60. It's like condensed, right? So if you go for this and saying, SNR, not really that relevant. There's not enough time to get in. You have to understand one thing. What you have, the bigger boy doesn't have. Okay, so you might be thinking, you know, I love to move to a prop firm because then I can trade like a big boy, right? I want to have as much capital as possible so I can trade like a big boy. Do you know how dangerous it is to trade like a big boy? You have an added benefit that the big boy doesn't have, which means when you click this button that says sell or buy, I can almost promise you there's very rarely that whoever clicks these buttons that says, please stand by, order not filled. Unless you're with a shady broker. The big boy doesn't have that luxury like you do. If you want that price, you got it. The big boy, if he's coming with his billions, he needs time. Time is his enemy. So any quick moves, you need to understand he didn't get a chance to get in. Anything slow that's like this, you see how this is slow? If he gets that on a 60-minute, you can be almost certain, if it's something like that, you can be almost certain he had time to fill in his orders. Okay? Does that make sense? If the price comes to his level, let's say that's his level, and the price just touches it and does this, you need to understand he wanted that price. He didn't get a chance to fill all of his orders. The sell just dumped. Not enough people were buying and his sell order's too big. He probably got filled probably 1/100th of what he needed, which means he's sitting at a loss while you might have got filled and you're sitting pretty. So let me ask you this. Being a big boy has its own complications. They have their own style, their own operations, their own headaches to run the empire. Being a smaller guy, you have the advantage. If you know what is the advantage, you have that advantage. Clear? I'm going to do one more example. Let's say I'm going to draw something for you and I'm going to quiz you guys 2 or 3 times. A is yes, B is no. Clear? 60 minutes, smaller time frame, higher time frame, weekly. Okay? 60 minutes doing this. On a weekly, what do they see so far? Nothing. All they have is they don't see the ups and downs of the 60. Okay? How does this look on a weekly? Okay? Now, if a person on the 60-minute says, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. I'm going to draw a line like that. Look how beautiful that is. Did that person who says, I have 4 touches and it's so perfect, did that person understand what was taught in this webinar? Yes or no? Did he or she understand what we're getting at in this webinar? Is that a right level? That's not the right level. How about this? This one has only 1 touch. Is that a level? So this was number 1. This is number 2. Is number 2, is that a level? Now, if your answer for this one is yes, that is a level, then good. Nicely done. Now, on the 60, it does this. I want to ask you this question. That second line that you drew is this, which is correct. On the 60, prices pulled back to that line and dropped, okay? Which means there must have been a candle here that's red and you have a little bit of a tail there like that. Did the big boy fill at that price? The answer is no, he didn't get filled. Remember, the larger player, here's a weekly, right? The larger player needs some time to be spent there for him to squeeze in his money. $500 million, $2 billion, $3 billion to further take it down. So that price needs to do this. Big boy is in. Big boy is build his positions. He's in that trade. So this is what many people mistake with their trades. Now you start to understand a little bit about how a touch and go from a level, especially if it's a big level, if it touches and go, you should know a big boy didn't get a chance to get in. It might have a possibility to do that. And that's how a range can be developed. They will then average it out and saying, I'll get filled all over this place. And then it moves. Click, yes or no. Moving further. Okay, here's another example. Daily, okay? Let's say daily is your smaller time frame and you have weekly as your higher time frame. Okay? We're gonna do a movement like this. Okay, notice I drew that a little bit longer. You think the weekly will see that? They will see that. I want you to ask this question. If you are in this buy, you happen to pick up that buy, can you ride that buy all the way up? Can you hold on to that buy all the way up? Or should you say, get off at the next level? This buy doesn't have meat behind it. There is no buildup of orders behind it. Get off at the next level. Don't hold on, okay? Let's switch it up a little bit. Daily, okay? weekly. Here we go. Daily, weekly. Here we go. It's going up, down, up. Then he does this. Now the weekly at this time is, now, can you hold on to that buy a little bit longer? Okay, if you were advising me and you're saying, Navin, I've seen how you did that trade. I saw the turn and how it happened. It didn't just touch the level and fly away like a rocket. It built. So what would you recommend me do? And if I'm saying, hey, Daniel or Jumi or Bobby or Muri or Lonena, should I hold on to this trade or should I get out? I'm in profit. Should I exit soon? You'd be like, are you out of your mind? Hold it. You got in at a very good level. Hold it. Shall we now move this over to the charts? Now, I'm going to draw something here. Is that a level? If you say yes or no, let me just quickly show you on a higher time frame. Look at this on the daily. It's as if there's nothing really there. Yeah, in the future there is. At the time, you don't know to use that level to do a buy right there. No, it's not a level. If you said yes, that's wrong. If I say, what about this here? If I do it like that, could that be a level? Okay. This line that you're drawing, it's connecting. It has a lot of touches. The daily also sees this. It's a level they also can operate from. You see? So yes, that is correct. Moving forward. Is this a level of support right here? Is this a level of support? See this little teeny beeny thing? Is that support? Should I buy from here? Is that support? Okay. I'm doing this a little trick on this one, making a little trickery. Take a look here. Is that a level they are watching as well? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because not only that, when this guy moved up, that's a 50%, 40% discount also. That's a good deal. Okay, it's not a 5% discount. It's a deeper discount. If I buy, shall I hold on to this buy or should I be more worried and be like, exit. Okay, good. It has a little bit more stability behind the buys, right? Keep that in mind. And as you can see, the stability and how it's unfolding, right? Okay, it's moving it forward. If I see this and I say, oh, that looks like a nice level. Support, breaks through resistance. I know it's an overall uptrend, but I am a counter trend type of guy. And I managed to take a sell from here. Whether it's right or wrong, let's put that aside. Hold on or exit soon. Okay? I see Mawanda Derek saying USD CAD, and then the next one is Euro USD. I'll use either one of those, right? I'll start with USD CAD, move on to Euro USD. There we go. So, USD CAD. Whatever time is in front of me, I see sell because I see hold, breaks below and comes back to touch that neckline, right? It's like if I do this, oh baby, this is like Ferrari type of language. Shall I do that? Overall downtrend, can I hit that? Be careful. And if you hit that, shall I hold on? So some of you guys saying exit soon. Good. All right, let's take it a bit further. How about if I say this one? See this level? I'm drawing certain levels how a normal person would draw it. Is that a level? Should I use that level to buy again if it comes back? Is the level old? Let's have a look. Is this thing that I'm drawing something that the daily also sees? Yes, they do. Yabba dabba do. They do. That's something they can also see. This now has a little bit more weight behind it. It has a little bit more rhythm, more power behind it. It's come down, rolled over, gone up after a hold, and now you're on the other side doing the buy. Now, where did it roll over? You're already on the daily and you're thinking, should I buy from here? But what about the daily itself? Why did it turn from here? My MAs are showing this direction. So what is it? Let me go up one more time frame to the weekly. What's this? If I move this line over a little bit lower to see where that rollover happened and see, what is this? Is that a level? Is that something? Can I count it like that? Prices are going through all that stuff and it only touches this. I don't know. That doesn't look right, does it? So because it doesn't look right or feel right, a buy there with that speed of boing boing, don't do the buy. It's too fast. So what these strong big levels are trying to tell you when you figure them out and saying, this is a level I want to watch. Okay, this is a level I need. What this is actually trying to tell you is what is the confidence level that goes behind finding a level and trading from that level. This helps up that game tremendously by saying it's not just you watching it. You got that Warren Buffett type of person behind you. You got that Bill Gates type of person behind you. They're also watching this level, but they're not going to just throw in the money just to touch it and move. That's a waste of their time. They won't get filled. If they have $10 billion, for example, and the sell side only has 1 billion, what do you think price will happen when they hit the buy with this kind of size? It will fly away. And all they got was this fill. So 9 billion is still left in their bank saying, we couldn't make money on this. For us, we will always get filled. They won't. When they cannot make money, that is a loss to them. It's an opportunity cost. So they have to load up. What I mean by load up, this is a load up sequence. Build their orders in and then pow. That's how they load up. They need that time. They need a little bit of time. So never be in a rush to trade off these good levels. Don't be in a rush. Let it roll a little bit. Make sense? Okay, let's take a look at that Euro USD you guys were talking about. Let's say I do this right here, there. Okay, the reason why I'm doing that is because of that and that. Is that a level? Shall I do a buy right there? So the answer is no. If I did do that buy for any reason, should I hold on to that buy? No. First of all, the buy has been going on since here, non-stop. And I'm buying without a new form of buildup. I don't have that either. And next thing is I just want to make sure, does anyone see this level? Or am I the only one looking at this? So I move on up to a higher time frame on the daily. And all I see is, in fact, I'm at resistance. I shouldn't buy. They see this level, but we're not able to break that level properly. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Okay, so it's actually telling you the opposite. That they're looking at it, your larger player is not behind you and saying, let's go together. The larger player is looking at this as, you're buying a little too high. It's time for me to get out, and you're looking to buy. You see? So now it's protecting you by saying, don't buy now. Making sense? Is it starting to sink in? These are questions, as I ask you, as you answer these questions, you will start to realize things shift in your brain. Are good levels important? Can they save you from bad trades? Can they make you more money on good trades? Can it help you to tell you what trades to be in a little bit longer versus what trades to be in less or for a shorter span of time? All this, and we haven't once talked strategy, entry, volumes, correlation, any of the stuff that we teach in Urban Forex. All I did was I opened up one little topic and I put it in front of you saying, finding a level in support and resistance. That's how deep it is. Don't underestimate the basics. There's so much there that needs to be locked in. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming in. Until next time. Cheers. Bye for now.